This video is designed to help you answer question 12 on cost-benefit analysis. So the question reads, there have been recent complaints from the staff that the kitchen is old and worn. It is still usable but is in view of customers and looks decidedly 80s in style, presuming that's not in a good way. It is also becoming more difficult to maintain the required levels of food hygiene as bench tops become more marked and worn, so I'm presuming food's getting caught in cracks and crevices, etc. A quote to upgrade the kitchen has come in at $40,000. Develop a cost-benefit analysis to present to Headley so a decision can be made. So what you're trying to figure out is whether this kitchen is worth spending $40,000 on. Or put another way, if I spend $40,000 to upgrade this kitchen, is it worthwhile? Will it be positive for the company and return a lot of good things? So you're trying to figure out, is the cost worth the benefit? They're the variables we're looking at. So you'll need to figure out, I guess, the different issues about this and whether it's worth spending the money or not. But we'll have a little bit of a look at something that was done for something else, just to give you an idea of the things you can look at. So this example is a filing system. So it's an example cost-benefit analysis. So the current cost, the sort of things these people looked at was the office space. The physical space is consumed by paper filling, and they've put here the cost per square metre and roughly what it would cost here. Document retrieval, the time spent by staff, and they've figured out it takes 30 minutes per day, 8 staff with average gross pay rate, etc., to come out with some figures there. And then also costs in research, time spent by head office admin researching things, etc. They figure they get about 10 queries a week, average of 2 hours, that's the pay rate, and therefore they've figured out roughly what that cost would be. So once they've looked at the cost of the current system, so you would think about the cost of this current kitchen, the issues with it and what it might be costing the company, you would then look at changing things. So the initial setup costs of this new system would be purchasing new scanning equipment, IT equipment and so forth. So there's definite costs allotted here. Well, we know with the kitchen that's $40,000, and there might be some future ongoing costs as well. So with the kitchen you would need to decide if that's relevant or not. And then at the bottom we see here a summary, the current costs, the estimated costs of the new system. So for the kitchen it's going to be $40,000, we know that, and an estimated initial outlay, we know that, $40,000, and then you can see what the difference is and then decide whether it's worth it. So it's up to you how detailed and how far you go into answering this question, but to answer it I'm just looking for, I guess, logical things, and you know, you might not be able to have exact costs, but for example, going through the spreadsheet, you might look at repairs and maintenance bills, because there's probably going to be some things reducing there. So yeah, maybe electricity, there might be a reduction there, or even insurance if you have a much better kitchen perhaps. So just have a look and come up with your own cost-benefit analysis. When you do it, you can create a new spreadsheet. So going along the bottom, you can see the one with the star. You can click on that and you can create new cells and things in here, or you might use Microsoft Word. Either way is acceptable. Just have a go and just think about, is it worth spending money on this new kitchen, because that is what the answer that you're trying to come up with.